I think it's a really good statement of all that is great about Irish science and Irish research. We're bringing together a multidisciplinary team across meteorology, climatology, data science, supercomputing, artificial intelligence. All of those disciplines are already strong here in UCD, but that kind of cross-fertilisation gives a platform to this project, putting the eye into AIMSIR in terms of the AI mapping of the weather. And it's a really good example as well of supercomputing and how we can actually tackle those large data sets, which are very challenging and time consuming for a normal computer. But using supercomputing and AI, we can plow through them, get the results, and see really interesting data patterns, predictions, and plot forward. So this is a really exciting day for UCD, for Ireland. I want to, as Minister, support science and excellence in science. And this is very symptomatic of all that's good about that. I absolutely think it could, I'd like to roll it out around Ireland, and through research funding and supports, and also other countries could look and learn, I think, from what's happening here today as well. And I think you mentioned, researchers and students and PhDs and postdocs coming into the system. I think a project like this generates excitement. I think it generates energy. It acts as a sort of magnet, for people to come and get involved. And I think that's how we I suppose, fertilize our teaching system as well, and the wider student and academic population. So I think that research, working hand in hand with teaching and the wider university is exactly the place of learning that universities are best at. One of the research priorities that I'm leaning into is climate resilience and how we can say, look at riverbeds and flood maps and how we can predict weather changes over time. I think this will be really useful in that context. I think working through Research Ireland, working through Met Éireann, working through other state agencies, this will help provide the data outputs. And one of the programme for government commitments that I put in myself was that we would use science and research to inform government and to inform the state system of best practice, of emerging risks and opportunities. And AIMSIR, I think, will sit very well into that ecosystem.